Spoilers, spoilers, spoilers. So if you don't want the spoilers for Scream 7, don't watch this. Pass right now. So, my favorite thing about this whole entire movie was the fact that Stu Macher was alive, basically. And they made it super, super, like, Stu Macher centered to satisfy the fans that really wanted him to be alive. That was my favorite part about this whole entire movie. I think that the action, I think that the kills and the like storyline was really good. I do think that if you go into the movie thinking you know what's going to happen and thinking you know what you want, was that beeping the whole entire time? Hold on. If you go into it thinking you know what's going to happen and thinking you want what you want to happen, then you might be a little bit disappointed. But even with that, because I had my own like theories, I really wanted Tatum to come back. Honestly, I wanted it to be Tatum. I didn't want Stu anyway. No offense, but I wanted Tatum because the garage door killing her really like that just seems so like I don't know. It just didn't seem realistic. But anyway, what I didn't like about the movie was the fact that I feel like it had no answers to anything from the past movies, anything from the past, not even just movies, because I'm going to take it deeper and put it into the universe of Scream. They didn't say anything about a lot of like cliffhangers and stuff like that that I feel like the franchise has. And not just the Scream 5 and Scream 6 stuff. I'm an original Scream fan, so I really didn't care about 5 and 6. I actually was annoyed that Jenna Ortega and Melissa and them was like the stars, honestly. So for the people that's like, oh, don't go watch it because blah, 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 they wasn't the stars to me. On a political level, I do understand, like, oh, what the heck, but I don't care at the same time because this is fiction, man-made. Anything man-made in the world is man-made. But anyway, I digress on that. So I didn't like the fact that Sydney's daughter was like, I felt like I had no connection to her. Like the whole entire movie, like there was nothing that made her a connectable character. Like at all. But she wasn't necessarily the star. Sydney was still the star, which I think that's another reason that I think the movie's really amazing because it really was Sydney focused and it was Stu Macher focused. So I really loved that about it. I felt like it was really scary up until they revealed who the true killers were. I was scared the whole entire time when it was like Stu because there was so much animosity with the kills and like it was so reckless and gory and just out there. So I was like, dang, Stu really coming for her. Like that's crazy. Until the literal last minutes of the movie when it was the neighbor woman who was barely in the movie, the freaking worker of the psych ward who was barely in the movie. And then, of course, in the beginning when they revealed the guy who was trying to kill them in the beginning, he just didn't. There was nothing about him that was like. I knew in the beginning. Also, when he looked at her funny in the shop, the coffee shop, I was like, oh yeah, he on some BS. Something going. He involved. So to see him get unmasked that early and die, I was like, wow. But I think, again, if you're going into it looking for a storyline that you want as the audience and as you want as like the fan of the franchise, so of what you think you can do, you're not going to appreciate what they're doing with it. I think it was really great to have people you didn't know who they were as the audience. We didn't know them. There was no connection. Sydney barely had connections. And I think that's more scary than finding out that it's your daughter or finding out that it's Gail. Like, it was more like, especially because us, the fans, are already theorizing that. So that would just be lackluster, you know? But the unveiling of the characters was anticlimactic and underwhelming. I found my word finally with the help of people from my YouTube channel, which my YouTube channel already got like 90,000 views for when I said I was going to go see Scream, which clock that tea. But anyway, I'm trying to think. I think the worst death of the whole entire movie and the most sad part of the movie is the fact that Tatum's boyfriend literally died trying to help her and trying to get Sydney's approval, and she helped kill him. Sydney's daughter helped kill him, basically. She literally beat him in the face with a computer. You know, I'm not gonna lie, he did way too good trying to figure out if Stu was AI or real. He did a good job. He did too good of a job putting himself in it. I think he should have thought about that a little better. But she clocked his ass with that. Didn't mean to cuss. That computer knocked him out. That probably saved his life in the beginning. If he wouldn't have went looking for her, the same way if he would have just left her alone when her mom was like, "I don't like you," and he wouldn't have died. He could have just got out of town or had some other girlfriend. I don't know, but that was just really sad. I really like what they did with Gail and Mindy and Chad. I think that like goes really good together, especially since those are offspring of original characters. I think they could do a lot with that storyline, especially since Mindy said she's trying to take Gail's spot, literally verbatim. I don't like how Gail wasn't really part of the movie. Like, she was, but she wasn't at the same time. Like, she was there, but she wasn't, like, there. They didn't even give her, like, the wittiness of Scream 4, like, when she was, like, telling people off. I feel like she has too much of a storyline in that actual universe. She's the woman who wrote the books about this, why the movies are even there, why people can even, like, honestly, if I was Sydney, I turn into Ghostface and go kill her. Like, you, look at you, you done did this. I feel like you did this at this point, honestly. So I'm trying to think. I didn't like that they made her shaky like Dewey. It was like, yeah, rub it in our face that y'all killed off Dewey and y'all didn't even bring him back for real. I was really disappointed that Stu wasn't really alive and that it was supposedly AI. But they did a good job not letting us know that the whole entire movie, so that it was really scary. It was really scary when we thought it was Stu doing it the whole entire time, because he was video recording himself saying he was going to kill Sydney and her daughter, and like, it was really good because of Stu being the killer. Then at the end they were like, "All right, Stu," and then it's a woman that we really don't even know. She said in one scene, "Oh, my abusive ex-husband that I had to leave, blah blah blah." Who? And then she killed her son. Like, that's even sad. I'm not gonna lie, that's sad, but I'm not gonna lie, I don't give him the saddest kill because his mom killed him because he looks like his dad and acts like his dad, which is crazy. I still think the boyfriend of Tatum dying the way he died, trying to prove love, I think that was really, really sad and just horrible. I'm trying to think, what else am I missing about the movie? I really liked how action forward it was. It was like drama after drama, action after action. I really loved the movie. I want to go see it again. But my daughter has RSV right now, so I cannot go. I'm trying to think, what else about it do I want to like spoil for people. This is for people who want the spoilers because they're not going to afford to go to the movie to go see it, and then they are going to have to wait like however long for it to be free somewhere. This is for y'all. I'm doing this for y'all so y'all know what's going on, because I know I've been there before. I think that was Scream 5. I was anticipating Scream 5 and I never got to go, so I was online watching all of the like spoiler reviews. Yeah, in my opinion, the movie was amazing. It was phenomenal. I really don't think... I loved the track list. That was perfect. I'm trying to really think and make sure I'm not leaving nothing out. I'm saying forever, but I'm trying to really figure it out. I'm gonna pause. Oh, tell me why I don't think I seen in the movie the picture of Tatum and all of them when they was younger around the fountain. I didn't see that in that man's room at all in the movie. I don't. So if someone else is watching the movie or has watched the movie and they did see it, then correct me. But I really don't think they showed that. So that means that they edited that into the trailer. For what? No wonder we were all analyzing the pictures and we were like, who are these people? Like, we don't know these people. I think that makes it a little bit more scary for the future of like Sydney, because again, like, her not knowing that it's people out on the outside. She doesn't know her threat at this point. She didn't know the closest people to her were a threat to her, but that's really different from literally not knowing you have somebody around you that's threatening you in any way. Like her own neighbor. How did that woman even get a house next to her? Like, I feel like the only downside of this movie is there's too many questions. There's still too many questions. And